I love a good mechanical keyboard, and this one from Angry Miao is no exception. Let's talk about it. Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about mechanical keyboards, and this one in particular from Angry Miao. This is the RGB65 and was originally offered on Kickstarter. It's inspired by the Nintendo Game Boy, and this really is a tribute to the original Game Boy. The color of the keyboard itself, the rounded speaker grill at the bottom right, even this fun display has a curved corner at the bottom right, just like the Game Boy. And it doesn't stop there. The bottom has two large red buttons. The back USB-C port is cross-direction, just like the control pad. There's also a retro pixel style antenna window that looks like a game you used to play. Now this keyboard is heavy. It weighs 5 pounds. Once it's on your desk, it's staying there. It comes with its own hard case and it is expensive. When it was on Kickstarter, it was offered for $550. As of this video, they're sold out, but I expect they'll be releasing more soon. So what comes in the box? Let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, my keyboard came really well packaged. I have read on Discord that some of the keyboards were damaged, but I think they were, I don't know, because this thing's really well packaged. You can see all the foam around it. Comes in this metal case that, you know, it's not like an industrial grade case, but it's pretty nice. It's, do you need a case for a keyboard? I'm not really sure if you do. It's got the padded insert in there. I guess if you want to travel with your keyboard, you can do that. I think some of the keys were off of the keyboard on some people's deliveries, which is really weird because you can see with all the foam padding that it really is well packaged. I did have a problem with my keyboard, which we'll get into in just a sec here when we're done with the unboxing video. But you can see really well constructed Torx screws all the way around. Heavy keyboard. It's about 5 pounds. Comes with a sheet that gives you some shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts on it. We also have some cables that come along with it. It can connect to your computer wirelessly, so that's a wireless dongle. It works on USB-C, which you can see there, and then you can actually take another piece of it apart. You could do USB-A. And then comes with a cable. So the cable is USB-A to USB-C. And I don't think there's really anything special about the cable. They do say you need to use their cable. There's a power wattage requirement to power the keyboard itself, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But that's the wireless dongle that you can use, or you can use it via Bluetooth. USB-C extender. It's got these springs that you can put into the keyboard to soften the keys, and then they actually give you some Torx screwdrivers as well. There's also this dampening pad that you can put in and replace. I believe this is an extra one that you have available. So if you take your keyboard apart to replace the springs, you can do that as well. Also has this card if you want to give away some information on the card. Information on Angry Miao, but that is pretty much it. That's everything in the case that it comes with. Oh, you get some screws as well, so replacement screws, which is pretty handy because they're really tiny, and if you have to take your keyboard apart, you could very well lose one of those screws. But that's everything in the keyboard. I got this keyboard earlier than I expected and was so excited to set it up. However, I did run into issues getting it up and running. It led to some frustration, but I will say that the folks at Angry Miao did take care of everything, so I was very happy about that. When I got my keyboard, I plugged it in, saw the lights, the charging icon, and then it went to a red battery icon. I had to contact Angry Miao and go through several steps to determine what was probably a bad motherboard. This was frustrating because of the time zones. I would email them in the evening and they would respond overnight. Then I would email them back in the evening again. They'd respond overnight. This went on for over a week. After going through all their troubleshooting, they sent me a new motherboard. I took apart my keyboard, replaced the motherboard, and my keyboard is now working perfectly. If you're into a keyboard like this, taking it apart shouldn't be anything to worry about, and you can completely disassemble this keyboard. It's a really nice keyboard to type on. Very solid feel overall, and the keys have a nice sound to them. Here's what they sound like. The keyboard also comes with the adjustable springs that you can swap out in the keyboard for a different feel to the keys. I've been using the springs that came with the keyboard and they've been working out pretty good so far. I do wish the keyboard was a little more Mac friendly though. My other keyboard from Keytron is very Mac friendly and has a switch on the side of it to switch between PC and Mac. On this keyboard you have two Alt buttons on each side of the spacebar. Normally on a Mac keyboard those would be command keys. The command key on this keyboard is the super key to the left of the Alt button on the left. So you need to switch the Alt and super buttons or just get used to the layout. There's a few different ways to do this. You can use Mac OS, you can use the Angry Miao software, or there's supposedly a function combo you can press on the keyboard, but I haven't quite nailed that one down yet. Okay, so let's talk about this cool pixel display above the keyboard. The display is pretty awesome and fun. My Keytron has a RGB backlit keyboard that can change between different types of color sequences. I've got a video review of that here if you want to check it out. This keyboard will cycle between some default displays, and then you can have 3 more displays by uploading them to the keyboard itself. There's the default color tile display, the time, a scrolling Angry Miao text, and battery percentage. To upload new displays or make keyboard changes, you need to go to the Angry Miao website. Let's take a look at how you can do this and upload displays. Okay, so let's talk about the Angry Miao software. The first thing you want to do is go to diy.angrymiao.com, and this is where all of their keyboards are. This is the cyber board. We're talking about the AM RGB65, which is the keyboard here, and how you update your keyboard. It's all done with JSON files. So you do need to download either a Mac or PC version of their loader software. And I have that running on a PC right now. That's what we're seeing here. I haven't connected my keyboard yet, so it's telling me to link a device. So let's go ahead and do that and link the device, and then we can see what that looks like. So I will connect up my keyboard to my PC, and it'll find my device and it'll confirm that it's the correct device here, and then I'll click on that. It'll show me the firmware version, and the way you upload is a little interesting. So you can do a check and it'll download the firmware if there's new firmware. Otherwise you're going to select a JSON file. You get the JSON file from going to their website, the diy.angrymiao.com website. And I'm connected on my computer right now. There's 3 different patterns that you can select from. So you can do light 1, light 2, light 3. And you essentially need to create your view. And the way you do that is through the library. So if I go to the library, this is going to show me the different things that I have available right now. You can go to all or hot. These are things that people have uploaded. Now websites and Discord will show you that there's a download button here, and I don't see the download buttons, which is interesting. Somebody posted a way to get around that, and I'll show that to you right now. So let's just pick 3 things here to download to my keyboard. The first one, let's take this one here. You'll click on this repost icon or this refresh icon that's here. So when I click on that, I can assign the position I want this to be on. So I'm going to choose light 1 there. Let's take another one here. Let's take this one here. We'll do this one. We'll put this one in position light 2. And then I'm going to scroll down because I'm actually looking for something cool for my new, for my Star Wars keycaps. And actually I'll take this one. Kind of looks like a little space theme there. And I'll put this on light 3. So I'll hit yes there. So now I'll go back to the RGB65. I'll see the different positions that I have these lights in. And then what I'm going to do is download this as a JSON. It's going to ask me which effects I want to download. So you can do the LEDs and the LED effects. I'm going to just hit yes for all of these. It's going to download the JSON for me. Now to get that JSON on to my keyboard, I'm going to open up the software. I'm going to select the JSON file. It's this one right here. I'm going to open this and it's going to upload. And I'm going to move my camera over to the left a little bit and I'll see that that is currently uploading. I'll move back over here. We're almost done with the upload and now it's uploaded. So I'm going to go back and now I'm done. So on my keyboard I now have different effects. Let me switch over here. So you can just kind of glimpse that there. So there's the 3 effects that I have loaded on. And you can put these effects on via JSON file at any time. You can switch them out, move them around. You can also adjust your keyboard setting here as well. So you can change the way your keys are mapped. That is available if I go back to the website, but it's all done via the website. And then you download the JSON file. So if I want to edit my layout, this is the key map where I can edit. So it's designed for PC. So this is going to be both the Alt buttons on the left and right. The code is the Command or the Windows key. And I could move that over. I typically would have the Command key here and to both sides of the space bar. And I'd probably move the Alt key here. But you can do that here and it'll hold that. So when I connect this back up to my Mac, it'll keep those keyboard settings. So this is one way you can do it. You can also do it in Mac OS. But this is how you use the Angry Miao software. Now I'm using the Angry Miao software on Windows right now because on Mac it doesn't seem to work. I'm running Mac OS Sequoia and the software launches but it never opens. Angry Miao is aware of the problem but not sure when we'll see a fix for it. So if you don't have a PC to update your keyboard, you might want to hold off for now on getting something like this, especially given the cost. Overall, I love this keyboard. You can get a really good mechanical keyboard for $100 or less, or you can even spend a little more for something custom. The price on this one is very high. Is it worth it? I'm not a mechanical keyboard expert, but it is really nice. Drop a note in the comments below. Are you familiar with Angry Miao keyboards? Mechanical keyboards in general? What's your favorite? Let me know. Thanks again for watching everyone, and we'll talk soon.